Hi Virgo, welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Virgo, this is your love reading starting today on the 15th of April. And I've asked for your love story just for the very near future. And I haven't put an end date to it. So when you find this reading, if you feel like it resonates with you, it's your reading. I've started to incorporate the number, not necessarily the number, but the frequency of the number into the reading. So the today's date is number 15, which is all about the number excuse me, all about the number 1. I'm gonna pause. Sorry about that. Something in my throat. So the number 1 is all about new beginnings, and the number 5 is all about change and life path. 5 is life path to me, almost like a destiny feeling. And then you add those two together, it becomes the number 6. And that's so beautiful for this love story because 6 is all about the totality of you. It's like it's your person connected to your source, to your inner being, call it what you will. And then I cannot help but add number 4 because the April month is like a love month. And obviously for every sign, for the collective, as is the year 2020 is adding up to number 4, which we see all around right now, that we're wanting to elevate, like we want to lift the vibration of the earth to come into a love vibration. So that's all through 2020, which I absolutely love. But then we have a love month, and then we have the totality of you for the love day, which is, it's just gorgeous energy for this reading. So let's see specifically, Virgo, what's going on in your love life. Love story for the very near future. That's for both separated or single or committed. Sometimes it's sort of just goes in specifically to one type, and sometimes it's very broad. So let's see what comes out. And then at the end of the reading, I'm doing an extended. So if you feel like you resonate with this reading, you probably resonate with the extended as well. If not, then just leave it. Gorgeous. Don't like the shuffle, please fast forward. One more. Like we're doing this gradually, methodically. We're doing it one step at a time. It's very organized. I guess that's Virgo in a nutshell. Okay, then it sort of came out like that, but wow, absolutely wow. Okay, so the first card that sort of, and I love this because it's sort of, it's not a typical tarot reading. I'm using the images only to guide myself or get the intuition going a bit, and also for you to have more fun watching the images while I'll talk. But literally I could do them without their cards. But page, I know that means something in tarot, and for me it just means turning the page. It has become my turning the page. And I just want to say, because the program reverses the images in the cards, and I know how to flip around, but it messes up other things. So I'm leaving it in as it is for right now. So I love the fact that it sort of flipped over. It turned the page as it came out. So it's almost like I don't even have to look at the card, because it was the whole movement of the card and the fact that it's called Page of Michael, that is the message here. You're turning a page. Should I look at it? Maybe I should. It's Michael, so there's something that is moving forward now. Michael is all about the doing, the action, the getting stuff going. Let's start rolling this. And Michael very much has your back. On the bottom it says, an exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. Review contracts or documents very thoroughly. So that might be of interest to you. But if I turn that, like translate it into your love story, there's an exciting new love story coming in, and that you have now, you have what it takes to succeed. Like now you have the wisdom, now you have the maturity, now you have enough, you've lived enough life to know what it takes to make a relationship work. Okay, so that's really good news. And then I was smiling a lot because then we have 6 of Raphael, and 6 is it's the whole foundation of this reading based on the today's date. And so 6 is the totality of you. This is the love for yourself that you need to feel first in order to attract the person that you want to attract. And if you're already in a committed relationship, I feel like you've reached a really beautiful, Virgo, you're probably in a very beautiful place right now with your partner, where you feel very at home, very at ease, very safe. It's a good place. And if you're single or separated, you're coming into this gorgeous, gorgeous place where you're finding your inner child again. And I feel like this is very masculine, feminine, like you're finding that balance within yourself, but it's very much focused on the kids there. So it's like the inner child is being healed. And that's coming through a lot lately, that the inner child is being healed. And so I think it's a collective thing that is happening right now. We're sort of getting back to our roots. We're getting rid of all the, I don't know if I want to call it unnecessary, but unnecessary today, stuff that has happened in the past that has led you to where you're at today, right? You wouldn't be you without it. But it sort of doesn't serve you to keep it around anymore. It doesn't serve you to be in that lackful state anymore. So it's like a healing that's taking place of the inner child. And it's so much green in this picture, so much green in this image, that it just speaks about the whole, it is your heart chakra. It's your whole, the whole of you that is really in alignment, that is really healed, which is beautiful. On the bottom it says, embrace your inner child, new friends or rekindled relationships, children or childhood. So it's speaking about both if you're single, it's speaking about if you're separated, and that there's a reuniting again with the separated person. Absolutely gorgeous. And then we have 4 cards coming out all at once, and one sort of stood out a bit, which was King of Raphael. And King of Raphael, to me, is like the highest possible, like I always feel like if the ace comes out, that is the highest possible energy, but that could be sort of around a situation. It could be describing a situation rather than a person. When King of Raphael comes out, it's always a person. I just realized that I had this for the Leo reading. It's interesting how they come out so feeling so differently. But yeah, it's something around, this is being you, Virgo. This was being presented as them in the Leo reading. So I don't know if in the Leo reading, this was presented as Leo's partner. In this reading, this is being presented as you. And so I don't know if you are having an attraction to some sort of Leo, or, because I was describing this in the Leo reading. So for some of you guys, it might actually be a Virgo-Leo connection there, where this is you. And then I just told the Leos that you're a pretty darn gorgeous person. It says warm, generous, honorable, and refined. And to do a bit more, like to let that reading go a bit more and just focus on where you're at. It's just, this is what happens when sort of there's I have it on my, where do I have it? I don't know, Instagram maybe. Like the creative adult is the creative adult is the child that survived or something like that. It's like you're taking the childlike energy with you into adulthood, and it feels very much like this for you, Virgo. Like you're stepping into something. I feel like it's a bit new for you to whether it feels for all, whether you're in a committed relationship, whether you're in a separated situation or single, for all, it feels like you're more used to have it be a bit more serious. Like maybe not, I'm not saying that you haven't ever laughed together with your partner or haven't ever gone on awesome vacations or out on day trips or like field trips or, you know, done stuff that is not amusing or fun for you. I'm not saying that whatsoever. Of course you have. But I'm saying the mental stage or the emotional stage of you have been quite serious or quite heavy. Let's just say this, you haven't fully been in your right element. I feel like there's so much more playfulness coming out of you now. There's so much more that you have to add now. So if you're in a committed relationship, I feel like your person is going to see a brand new side to you. They're going to see somebody that is way more carefree, way more spontaneous, way more playful, feeling happy, at least happier. If you're single and you're attracting this new person, I feel like this probably is the first relationship where you're going to express it as, oh my God, it's just so playful. It's so fun. It's so easy. We're not arguing over anything. It's just the most simple, natural thing. And I feel like it's the first time you're going to experience it because it has felt quite serious before. It's more like the do's and don'ts and what we have to do and what we need to do, and we need to talk about this and we need to do this and all of that, instead of just having fun and play and see and be spontaneous. It's such a different vibe around you, Virgo. So something has shifted. And if that is the healing of the inner child, if this is allowing for you to step into this more playful side, everybody is going to love it. Not that you need to support or be the goofball or clown or, you know, entertainer all day long for your partner. They can entertain themselves. They should have that sort of connection within themselves that they're satisfied. But you're going to be a fun addition to your partner for sure. It's so good to see. And it explains the highest type of, like the king is the highest type of mending and healing in a person. So there's so much growth and healing that has taken place for you that I feel like you're so ready for such a different type of connection, different type of commitment to another partner. And then we have these gorgeous, and two out of three of these came out for the Leo as well. But this one came out on YouTube, but these guys, you won't find them unless you go into the extended, because they came out in the extended. But they're out here on YouTube for you guys. So let's see if I'm picking up the same thing here. You're coming together, like, so if you're in an already committed relationship, you might redo your vows, you might get married, you might take things further, or you've already been married for 10 years and you're just wanting to sort of remarry the person. There's a chapel here for sure. Or what is that called? I just want to read out to you. Time for a celebration, abundant rewards for hard work, release yourself from burdensome situations. It just feels so, just look at it's so gorgeous. It speaks for itself. It's like, it's 4 of Gabriel. So Gabriel, again, it's talking about that inner child. It's talking about, because Gabriel to me is like the nurturer and the healer and the caretaker of all the children. And it's an orange border, and it's number 4. So it is all about the heart. So it is a heart matter, but it's like a sacral chakra. It's all about creativity and passion and fun and sexuality and matters of the heart. It's such a beautiful card. It's such a beautiful image. And this is telling that you guys, if you're single, you're meeting your person. If you're separated, you're coming back together with them. If you're in an already committed relationship, you're taking it to the next level. You're getting engaged, you're getting married, you're celebrating something, a big birthday coming up, or some type of celebration is happening here. And I want to say that you're so worth it. Whether you're Virgo single or Virgo committed, it's like the work that you've done on yourself, graduating, like coming into this place, into this energy. It feels very much like Leo. So if this is like you meeting a Leo person, I understand why you feel so similar, because it's like a very similar energy here due to like talking about like your journey up until this point. The journey up until this point has been magnificent and magnificently hard. Leading up to this celebration, leading up to, that's why I want to say like you're so worth it. Every person on planet Earth is worth to have the best. They're just worth to have the best. If everybody could just reach the place of love, wouldn't that be awesome? Everybody's just worthy just because they're born, but there's something about your journey up until this point that makes me want to say you're so worthy of this. And you're dressed in I'm picturing you, the girl here as you, and the man here as your partner, but you can swap them around if you want to. And also the girl could be a man, obviously. You're dressed in a yellow dress, and there's some sort of situations happening here with sort of a turquoise feeling, but it's like, yeah, it's like a blue-green situation here. But mainly it's the yellow here, and the yellow, it speaks to me about the solar plexus. So there's a huge manifestation of this. There's something really coming in now. It's coming in strong for you, and this solar plexus also talks about your self-confidence, self-worth, how you feel, like you're trusting yourself, you're trusting your gut feeling on this, and you have a good feeling. You're gonna have a good feeling once you meet this person. Good feeling. And then we have the Chariot, which I absolutely adore. And if you listen to me before, I always pick up a soulmate connection when the unicorn or the peacock shows up. And these are 2 gorgeous unicorns. So it's a very yin-yang situation with the white and the black. And first, it's number 7. So it's all about, on the 7th day he rested. So it's all about how you're sort of just sort of sitting back, watching the story unfold now. There's not much more to do. It's not much more to, like, didn't you just be guided into this person's arms, basically, or for them to be guided into your arms. It's not like you need to push for anything. It's not like you need to plan or work on yourself anymore. It's like you've really reached far and high, and you're already matched. This is showing up as if you're already together. So for some of you guys, I've asked for the very near future, but for some of you guys, you maybe just this weekend you met them, or they just entered your life in a way, like maybe through text or social media somehow. They reached out to you. There was an initial connection that has already been made, but it's like going to be ever so much more moving forward, ever so much more. It's so magical around this card. It's like golden magic just sprinkled all over you guys, and it's a creation that you've made. It's a creation that you've made. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then we have decision, which is number 15. And 15 is the today's date. So we have 215 now. So we have a double new beginning and double life path. So it is destined. It's sort of, it was always supposed to happen this way. And adding up the number 1 plus 5 again, which is the number 6. It's so gorgeous. It's like you're letting yourself go. The very last little thing that you've been dealing with, that you've been working on, if this is like, I picture, there's something about if you have separated from somebody, and this is not a person that you want to come back to. If you have an ex, and it was maybe a messy breakup or a messy separation, divorce even, or something that reminds you of your youth, or like if you've taken over your parents' home or something, your parents have moved out of your like family home or something like that, and it sort of has, I don't know, in a way held you back to sort of be responsible for that family home, or to not know what to keep and what to throw away and so forth. And I just feel like maybe you're doing some sort of you're going through some stuff and you're doing some last spring cleaning or something like that. You're going through the things, and the things sort of has bogged you down, has sort of held you down a bit, has been a bit heavy in its energy. And once you get rid of those things, or if you have stuff from an ex and it has been laying around up to this very point, it's like there's that thing and it still reminds you of that person, and now past week or the coming weekend or something. It's so interesting because I watched this thing on television the other day that what is that called in English? Återvinning. Like I don't know if you just say that, recycling center or something. Recycling center, like when you go to throw stuff that you don't want to keep anymore, that like there's such an increase of people going to those stations now to throwing away their stuff, because everybody has time now due to the virus to clean out their basement or their attic or their, whatever it is. I find that very funny. So we're going to clean out so much clutter. It's so metaphorical that we're cleaning out the basement. We're just becoming brand new people because we're letting go of so much clutter, both emotionally and physically and practically. And I feel like maybe you're stumbling upon that last piece of an ex. It's like, oh, it belongs to them. I don't want to keep that anymore. Why did I keep that? And then he's like, oh, I'm going to throw that away. And it's like a final thing, or the final thing that needs to be sorted in your family home. And so it's like you're almost cutting the umbilical cord, which is navelsträng in Swedish. You're cutting it, and it's like you're cutting yourself loose. You're no longer somebody's. Of course, you're always somebody's. You're always going to have parents, but you know what I mean. It's not like you're held back anymore by those childhood, maybe put a bit down energies, or you're not going to be held back by the old energy of an ex or of a however that has looked in the past for you. Even if it isn't as practical as a thing, I feel like emotionally you're giving up now. You're giving up the last piece to move forward. And so the last bird is being let out of the cage by you. It's an open door, so it's really just for you to fly out, and it's all done. It's so gorgeous. And you're completely dressed in purple. So it speaks about your spiritual journey here, which is absolutely like, it's a mind-blowing journey that you've done. What else for the beautiful Virgo in this love story? One, okay. King of Gabriel. So Gabriel is very present. Gabriel wants to sort of, but it's not Gabriel in it's not healing in that sense. We had healing first here, but that's like it's showing that it's mended your heart. It's like a balance between the feminine and masculine. And here it's like it's the highest possible energy in terms of a person with Gabriel. So it feels like it almost wants to show how far you come from that little child to now sort of sit in your throne and be really confident. And on top is this generous, inspirational, dramatic, and driven. It's like it's time for action. It's time for some passion. It's time for some sexual interaction. It's like it's really gorgeous with the orange border there, which again is your sacral chakra. And like just feeling really strong. There's something with the wheel of fortune, movement forward, starting to see success in this area. So there is a turning of the wheel. There's a forward movement in your. So if it has felt a bit stagnant, if you've been single forever, if you've been separated forever, if you've been in a committed relationship and you feel like something has been a bit, I feel like that is moving forward now. I do feel though, if you're in a committed relationship, that it is really good. I feel like you guys are really getting along. You're finding each other over and over again, and it's just really gorgeous. But it just wants to picture you, Virgo. It's like, can we just have a selfie with Virgo to show how far they come? They're just restful there in on their throne, feeling really confident, which I absolutely love, because it's like you're ready for this type of love now that you've been wanting for a while. What else can we tell Virgo? Okay. So we have yet another Gabriel, and we have Michael again, 5 of Michael, and I love that it's 5 because it's a life path that we talked about from the today's date. 5 of Michael. There's so much movement forward here. Sorry, I just want to look into this. There's a heart. There's a love heart. So let's do this first. So 9 of Gabriel. 9 recently. There is an ending here. Something is ending. I don't think it's if you're in a committed relationship and you want out. I don't think that this reading is for you. And probably then the extended won't be for you either, because I just feel like if you're in a committed relationship, Virgo, it feels really good. That's the reading for you. I feel like you learned so much. You might have not always been good. There might have been something that has been a bit stagnant, but it's moving forward. You're redoing your vows. It's like you've reached a point in your relationship where you sort of want to commit to each other again. It's a celebration here. It's something that is moving really beautiful forward. It's how it was supposed to go. So it really is more of the Virgos that are in a committed relationship that feels really good about being there. And this is adding it on even more because it's 9 of Gabriel. So 9 is all about the unconditional love. How you really have started to just fully respect each other and show each other a whole new side of yourselves to each other. If you're separated or single, I feel like this is you that have you. It is an ending. You're coming out of the cycle that you've been in. Like, we're moving forward now. We've healed what you needed to heal. You've matured. You've grown. You're sitting confidently, can you say that? On your throne, and you're very happy with what you've sown. Like, you put down the seeds in the ground and you're so happy with what you've sown. And again, there's not much more you can do. You can sort of just now wait and see what wants to come out. And on the bottom it says, stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. And so it's like it's environmental activism. So it could be that you really share the passion of just a eco-friendly system in our world right now, and to sort of really think about Mother Earth. You might be spokespeople for Mother Earth. The both of you have that as a strong common passion, like a shared passion. But there's something about putting the seeds down and understanding that you've done all you can, and we're ending this situation now. You're not going to be single for all that much longer, and you're not going to be in that separated situation for all that much longer. It is just around, you're just starting to see the fruits of your labor. Then we have 5 of Michael. I just love that it's 5, because it is the life path. It's supposed to happen this way. It's movement forward again, taking action. It's sort of a destiny feeling. And here I get because it looks like he's holding a hose and sprinkles like water everywhere that he's taking from the ocean. So it's almost like the love is grand, and you're just being able now to tap into that love, and it's a blue border. So it's all about feeling your authentic self, feeling truthful, feeling like you show up in the world like who you really are, and you're expecting nothing less but that in your partner. It's like you don't have time for anything else. You really want to just be with a partner that is equally truthful, equally pure, equally knows what they want. Okay? Can we do a finishing off card here? And then I'm going to move into the extended. So if you feel like you're drawn to this reading, the extended probably will be for you as well. But like I said, if you're in a committed relationship and you feel like leaving the relationship right now, the reading isn't for you, and probably the extended won't be either. Because I feel like the committed Virgo is really in good place in this, from this particular reading anyway. What else? Are you kidding? So, oh my God. 9 of Michael, Queen of Michael, King of Michael, 7 of Michael. So there's so much movement forward. Can I show you how many Michael I have on the table? This is just to show you how much movement forward it is. It's not to go into each card. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 6 cards. So it's a complete love there again. The total love is just a blue border. This is exactly what I talked about. How authentic, truthful, honest. Just a very purest version of you and purest version of them. This is also movement. It's Michael. Every card is Michael. So it's movement forward. Let's do this now. And so let's do this now. Oh my goodness. And then we have take a leap of faith. And believe in yourself and listen to your heart. And then we have 10 of Raphael. Love and blessings fill your life. Harmonious relationships with family members. Happily ever after. I couldn't have ended it in any better way. It's so gorgeous. So if you feel like you want to know more about this relationship that is coming in, then come to the extended and we'll see what else we can find there. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you back next week. Take care, Virgo. Bye.